All right, let's get started. Ron DeSantis expected to enter the 2024 presidential race next week. We'll do that. We'll do the whole we'll go back to the chart later. Time to do motherfucking Little Rhonda. I gotta pee.
CBS News that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has made his plans for 2024. What do you think he's decided? Ed O'Keefe is with us from Washington. Ed, good morning. This is a surprise, I would say, to no one, but what are you hearing?
Well, Gail, good morning. Two sources close to Governor DeSantis tell CBS News his official filing as a candidate is now set to come next week. The decision to file the paperwork is set to coincide with plans to meet with some of the governor's longtime donors at a hotel in Miami. They're expected to be briefed on plans for the forthcoming campaign and requests that they start help raising big money for the bid. DeSantis has been busy with fellow Republicans in Florida passing a conservative set of legislative priorities. On Tuesday in Tampa, for example, he signed a bill that expands on the state's so-called Don't Say Gay bill. Notably, CBS News polling shows the governor is doing exactly what Republican primary voters want by challenging so-called woke ideas, opposing gun restrictions, and making liberals angry, among other things. We started getting hints of the upcoming campaign last weekend during his trip to the early caucus state of Iowa, where a bus was spotted that read, "Join Team DeSantis for President," with the slogan, "Never back down." Once they start putting it on vehicles, you know it's real. Now, polling suggests DeSantis is comfortably owning the second-place spot behind former President Donald Trump, and the GOP field is set to get even more crowded. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott is expected to launch his campaign next week, and we're still waiting on decisions from former Vice President Mike Pence and New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu, among others. Tony?
Ed, I think I got it now. Once they start putting it on vehicles, then you know it's real.
It's a good sign.
Yeah, I think pretty reliable there. Team DeSantis, somebody at the body shop knew this was coming.
Exactly.
Got a tip. Appreciate it, Ed.
Disney has scrapped plans to move
Wait, they put the Team DeSantis on a car?
Sources
It's
tell-
over. It's Jover. It's happening. It's so happening. The last 30 minutes of the broadcast has been this, dude. Yeah, fuck yeah, it has, and it's been awesome. What, you want to take it up with the motherfucking astrology mommies? Because they will end you. They will find you. They will hex you. They will dox you. Okay? Don't come at me like that. Look at the poll in the vid. 2024 Republican nomination preferred candidate who challenges woke ideas. Opposes 66% opposes any gun restriction. Says Trump won. 57% says they want someone who makes liberals angry. Oh my God. Bro, I hate this country so much, dude. This is so fucking stupid. Oh. This proves that conservatism is not a serious ideology. These are all different versions of owning the libs. Dude, when I see stuff like this, I'm like, you deserve it. Okay? We deserve it. Those people deserve it. Okay? What I mean by it is whatever fucking awfulness is happening to you because of the oppressive systems that you live under. Okay? Like, this is shit that, bro, this is not normal shit, okay? I mean, I guess these are like poll takers, so who knows how reliable that shit is. Not pee. Girl. Good girl. She knows how to get down. Not really, but. Dems are losers, by the way. Cuck losers. 61% say they want someone who says Trump won, which means they will vote for Trump if he runs. Rhonda hope Trump will go to jail and won't be able to win the nomination. Yeah, I mean, little Rhonda is cooked. Yeah, I saw this veteran crying video. Crying about Veterans Affairs. It's sad. Hello, sir. Would you like better infrastructure, better public services, and overall better life? No, I want to make liberals angry. Yeah, I mean, it's pure resentment politics. Which, for the record, like, as much as I shit on liberals, I don't think liberals hold that same level of, like, resentment politics. Maybe they should, to be honest, because it's clearly successful. But I don't think liberalism, like, liberal voters at least, have that same level of, like, spite-driven politics that, like, the Republicans do. I mean, it's at the heart of the reactionary movement. The reactionary reacts. That's what their goal is. That's what their job is. That's what they want. That's what they strive for. Whereas, like, I feel like liberals, for the most part, if you ask them what their fucking top candidacy preferences are, it's probably going to be somewhere along the lines of, like, you know, fix the economy or some shit. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck that means. Like, it would probably, here's what the liberal version of this poll would look like. At the top, it would probably be something along the lines of, like, bring civility back. The follow up to that would be make sure that democracy is spread throughout the world, and certainly in America. And then underneath it, it would be like, make sure Supreme Court justices have not one, but 2 lifetime appointments or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, we should keep the Supreme Court justices' corpses as Supreme Court justices after they die. That's liberalism for you. I may be just a lib. That does sound nice. I'll take abortion #1. Yeah, that's true. I'm fucking around. I'm looking at, like, what would be, like, idiotic non-policy ideas that liberals care about in the same sense that Republicans care about them. So you're right. Abortion would be #1. I'm just saying that, like, if it was, like, unrelated stupid things that are that are just, like, vague generalizations for the most part and not real tangible policy goals, it would probably be something along those lines. It would literally be like protecting democracy.
By challenging so-called woke ideas, opposing gun restrictions, and making liberals angry, among other things. We started getting hints of the upcoming campaign last weekend during his trip to the early caucus state of Iowa.
Yeah, this is fucking insane, dude. Actually, insanity. All right. Speaking of little Rhonda, Disney scrapped a $1 billion Florida plan amid the Ron DeSantis feud.
Scrapped plans to move 2,000 jobs to Florida over what it called the changing business conditions in the state. The decision comes as relations between the entities.
I can't get over this. I'm sorry. I got to go back to this fucking thing. Oh my God. I'm still thinking about it. This is making me angry. This poll, in and of itself, in its existence, is making me angry. So I guess Republicans are owning the libs that way. Okay? We deserve all of the awfulness that we experience for the most part. Okay? Oh my God, look at her scratching her face. I might need to take her outside again. Do a quick pee-pee, maybe. Getting one polled? No, man. It's not just getting one polled, dude. This shit is... This is the same for the UK. Economy, 67%. Healthcare, 57%. Immigration, 27%. Wait, what? What are you talking about? It's not the same. Also, these are specific questions they ask them. And the questions they ask them are better. It's funny to me that everyone that voted in that poll live a much, much worse life than Kaya. 100%. Yes. Here's a poll of the data with the LGBTQ plus questions. Business policy towards LGBTQ community from CBS and YouGov. What is it? Ideology, liberals. Wait, what the fuck? This poll is 588 liberals, 768. Oh, it's the weight of it. Never mind. I thought it was like, it means the reverse of that, right? I thought it meant like they polled like significantly less liberals than moderates and conservatives. Uh-oh, she keeps itching herself. I hope she doesn't have fucking fleas or some shit. Okay. If a corporation or a private business publicly expresses support for rights and issues of concern to the LGBT community, would that make you, for liberals, more likely to buy their products and services? For moderates, 17%, conservatives, 7%, less likely to buy their products and services? For liberals, 10%, moderates, 28%, conservatives, 57%. Would not make a difference in your decision either way, 55 and 38%, and then 35% of conservatives. Okay, this actually makes a lot of sense. This actually makes a lot of fucking sense. Yeah, exactly. No shit. That's the reason why businesses make LGBT plus positive policy positions. Okay, I'm going to take her out, actually. I'm a little worried that she's going to poo-poo. Okay, 1 second. We did a pee-pee. No poo-poo. Definitely a pee-pee. So that's good. CBS News poll. State government policy towards the LGBT community. In a corporation or private business express public support for LGBT, would you like to see your state government try to attract businesses that express the support? Neither, 59%. Conservatives, neither. Punish businesses. Conservatives don't care about punishing the businesses or attract businesses with that express the support, which is interesting. That is interesting. It just seems like a lot of people don't give a shit one way or the other. You were saying that's the reason corporations make LGBTQ positive decisions? Yeah, they are, because it's not negative. And overall, most people don't give a shit. Like some psychotic conservatives who never shut the fuck up and are constantly chirping, they act like everybody cares about this. But most people don't actually care about this at all. That's why businesses feel safe marketing to like queer communities like openly, which they should, obviously. Like it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I said this already too. Yeah, the Ron DeSantis Disney thing backfired for a lot of conservatives. They see it as a government thing trying to fuck with corporations. Yeah, there you go. Only 27% of conservatives polled on this think that conservatives should punish business. I mean, government should punish businesses that express support for gay people. Not gonna happen. Anne? Benim yemeğim geldi. I think. Geldi mi? Çatal verir misin? Anne. Çatal. Thank you. Okay. Why does punish get lower older by age? Punish businesses that expressed support. It gets lower as you get older. Internet. If we suspect that the overwhelming majority of people that want to punish businesses that express the support, which is already a small number of people, are mostly conservative, then you realize that the people that actually care about punishing businesses that are pro-LGBT are products of the internet. They are byproducts of what? No. Bile gerek yok. Çatal sadece. Al bıçağı al. No, I got my drink. You want to take her outside or something? I took her outside to pee. She already peed. But now that you're here, she's going to bark because she wants. Okay, never mind. You don't want to just like sit outside while she plays? The survey was also only 2,372 adults. Yes, that is insanely normal. If anything, it's more than what the bare minimum should be for a valid poll. Okay, that's good enough sample. 2,375 adults is a very good fucking sample. It's a huge poll. That's a great poll. And a very large sample size, as a matter of fact. Like not super large, but still large enough. So what this poll, and it's just one poll, and obviously polling is like a fucking dying art, I would say. And shouldn't be taken as the fucking gospel by any means. But if I am to look at this and give you like my analysis of the situation, the reason why 26% want to punish and 20% between 30 and 44 want to punish is because the largest demographic that wants to punish a business for doing LGBTQ decisions, which is such a funny thing to say. I used to do LGBTQ decisions like that fucking TikTok. That is because this demographic under 30 and 30 to 44 are the ones that are watching the fucking Matt Walshes of the world and the Ben Shapiros of the world. That's it. That's where their media consumption is. That's what their media consumption is guiding them to believe. That's why they have this attitude. That's it. And it also goes to show you, okay? It also goes to show you that most motherfuckers in the normal world, in the universe that exists around you, don't fucking hyperfixate and obsessively try to chase trans people everywhere. Okay? Guy's making a weird ass noise with her mouth. I have never heard her make that noise. Like, how? That's what she did. She's gonna bark. She's barking. I can't tell if this is a poo-poo bark or if this is like a I'm bored and I need attention right now bark. Anyway. Ya şu anda oynuyor ama sıkıldı. Do you think a majority of conservative business owners would want to punish LGBTQ+? No, I don't. I don't think anybody wants to quote unquote punish LGBTQ plus. I think most people have apathy, especially to trans people. I'm not even talking about gay people. Most people don't give a fuck about gay people anymore. Okay, it's over. That battle on the social stage has been lost. Okay. But even when it comes to trans people, most people are just like, yeah, I don't really get it. I don't really understand it. It's not for me. Who cares? Okay? And that's what we say all the time. Studies also show this. Every fucking study that we have looked at, B. Bunjic, thank you for the 10 gift subs, always shows that same reality. Most people just simply have apathy towards trans people. They do not hyperfixate on trans people. They do not care about what trans people are doing all the fucking time. They do not care about the comings and goings, the ins and outs of like trans existence in the way that like Matt Walsh or Ben Shapiro does. You know what I mean? Now, of course, this doesn't mean that the government or the legislators, especially at the state level, will change laws in a way that does not reflect the broader majority's perspective. Okay? They certainly have done that. They've shown that they're interested in doing that. Republicans have. They did that with abortion. They're doing that currently with the trans issues. Okay? And, you know, they'll still fucking do that. They'll keep doing that. But the broader majority's perspective on the matter is very different. And I need you to remember that. Especially if you're a trans person. And you are, like, understandably fearful when you see all the legislation being passed. Remember that, like, the average American's point of view is not nowhere near as violent as the perspectives that you see online that's commonly uttered. Okay? Interesting poll to look at. Totally makes sense. Corresponds to what I've been saying for a very long time about LGBT issues, and also kind of shows you why corporations are not fearful of making like pro-LGBTQ marketing, especially when a younger demographic that's really important, the 18 to 35 demographic, or even below 18 to 35, people that are, early adopters, people that will, not early adopters, but like people that will become lifelong brand loyalists at an early age, like, that demographic is very important for marketers. The 18 to 35 is like the golden demographic because they also have disposable income to a certain degree. But younger demographics, not early adopters, sorry, but younger demographics are important, and they are very queer. They're very openly queer. They're very outwardly queer in much higher percentages than older generations are due to obvious due to obvious legal and social restrictions. So that's the reason why brands feel very safe targeting to queer populations. That makes sense? I left after you pulled my card for a meeting, but I just wanted to say that you didn't lose me as a fan or whatever, and I'm capable of understanding nuance. I don't give a fuck about who dates who. I just gave my opinion on the type of dude Healy is. Essay over. Yeah, because you literally just demonstrated that you have the capability of touching grass. You were forcibly touching grass. That's the whole point. This is the difference between someone who touches grass and has other shit going on in their lives versus someone who's like literally constantly online and has nothing else going on and spends all their time getting angry at things that they see online. See, that's an adult. That's like a normal person. I mean, you can't be super normal. You're still in here, obviously, but you know what I mean. Normal in comparison to the average, stan, Taylor Swift stan, or Matt Healy stan. Honestly, a lot of people are not even like fucking Taylor Swift or Matt Healy stans, though. A lot of people are just stans for drama. All that soda, drink some water, fat ass. I will drink the water coming out of your mother's pussy tonight, you fucking bitch. I drink whatever the fuck I want. Suck my dick. Not me. She has a piss kink. I just go along with it.
Scrapped plans to move 2,000 jobs to Florida over what it called the changing business conditions in the state. The decision comes as relations between the entertainment giant and state governor Ron DeSantis grow increasingly tense. The disagreement started when the company criticized Florida legislation that restricts discussing sexuality and gender identity in primary schools. And soon after, Mr. DeSantis stripped Disney of its self-governing powers
I'm such a good
in the
dog
Walt
dad.
Disney World Entertainment Complex.
Dude, I'm such a fucking good dog dad. I called it immediately. Yeah. She got bored. She played with her toys. She's like, okay, I can't make myself happy.
Saying what he called a woke company didn't deserve such rights. Now, Disney has sued the state over the decision. Well, let's speak to Anthony Zurcher, our North American correspondent, who's live in a town called Celebration, originally built by the Walt Disney Company in the shadow of the theme park. Anthony, this is a long-running issue, isn't it? So just take us through this sort of latest stage.
It is. It's been going on now for over a year. But this latest stage is Disney's decision to pull an investment, not in the theme park that's very close to me here in Celebration, but in Orlando. They were going to bring white-collar jobs, some tech-related jobs, 2,000 of them to this area. And for the people I was talking to around here, they were looking forward to that because Florida wanted to have some jobs that weren't directly related to the hospitality and...
Okay. So first of all, I'm a little conflicted. Because on the one hand, companies do shit like this all the time. Amazon literally did this for tax breaks. They hunt. They rarely ever bring like good jobs. They actually relocate people. So they're not hiring from like the actual population on the ground. It's not jobs for Floridians usually. It's usually a low-cost site that they created for tax benefits. So that's precisely what the fuck they're doing in this circumstance, just like Amazon did. But also, on the other hand, this looks so bad to like moderates, liberals who like the Disney brand in general and don't really care and don't really understand what corporations are doing. And certainly conservatives who look at that and go, wait, that's money leaving Florida, you fucking idiot. I believe it was California jobs that were being relocated. Yeah, there you go. It makes incredible amounts of sense. Of course it was. Yeah. So Ron DeSantis now has to fucking behave like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Because if you live by your fucking values, and your values happen to be like, I'm going to fuck over a multiple billion-dollar mega corporation that keeps fucking the state alive, okay? Now you have to turn and tell your constituents who have been conditioned into thinking corporation good, government bad, that like what you're doing is actually good and not bad in the way that you were trained to believe it is. And what Ron DeSantis is doing is kind of bad. Mostly because it's not for a specific purpose like getting a fair shake, making a corporation pay better taxes, or forcing a corporation to not get tax subsidies and actually offer well-paying jobs. Like, it's not like that. It's just simply, you did gay, and I don't say gay. I hate that. So now I'm just going to fucking, I don't know, use whatever kind of regulatory power I have to, like, stop you. And the reality is, conservatives hate government interfering in business. Liberals don't even like it all that much. And on top of that, people like Disneyland way more, Disney World way more than they like Ron DeSantis or any politician for that matter.
Tourism industry. They wanted to expand a little bit into the tech and white-collar corporate sector, and this is Disney showing that they can bring some pain to Florida if Ron DeSantis continues to try to punish Disney for what they view their free speech rights, expressing their disagreement with Florida law.
So, I mean, you can't talk about DeSantis without talking about the sort of election. We're assuming or expecting that he will announce his candidacy at some point soon. Just wondering how this is going to play with voters.
Well, I've been talking to voters here in Orlando, and most of the people I talk to either work for Disney or still work for Disney. I mean, the reach of the company here in Orlando is very deep. And a lot of the people I talk to have very real concerns about whether Ron DeSantis is going too far and leaning into cultural conflict, cultural war issues rather than focusing on economics. But I think that's a calculation that Ron DeSantis is making, that their Republican primary voters, the one who will determine who the presidential nominee will be, are more interested in cultural issues, taking on woke corporations and woke government rather than catering to big businesses. That may be, at least in Ron DeSantis' evaluation, where the primary voters are.
No, they're not. Let me tell you something. Being woke, being anti-woke is a distraction. It is supposed to serve the purpose of a distraction. And that distraction is to shift your attention away from actually harming corporations and their profit margins with regulatory control. So when you actually take that distraction and turn it into additional corporate control, additional regulatory control over and government oversight, you fucked up. The moment that people perceive you as fucking up their bag or fucking up their consumer experience is the moment that you have fucking lost, because in the United States of America, corporations are fucking king. If one more person asks me what the fuck Austin is doing, okay, I am going to launch you in a spaceship into Mars on a one-way fucking ticket. I don't know what Austin is doing. I don't give a fuck about what Austin is doing right now. Shut the fuck up! I'm not his dad, okay? Oh my God, chat. My cousin is a senior advertising manager for Disney. He said Disney's currently paying for anyone that moved to Florida to move back to Cali if they want, and pushing for work from home big time for 65K employees. They're also shutting down the Star Wars Hotel in September. Uh-oh. Shut the fuck up, Hadan. The world doesn't revolve around you. Yeah, except on this broadcast, it revolves around whatever the fuck news I want to cover, and that doesn't currently revolve around Austin. What did I do? I don't know. People are being fucking annoying about you doing like a show for Cash App or something with like a Bitcoin prize. So they see cryptocurrency and they fucking lose their minds. I don't give a shit, okay?
Are now. They're not the corporate voters, not the big business, small government voters that would vote in Republican primaries in years past.
Who's going to win in a battle between Disney in Florida? Who's going to win, Ron DeSantis or Disney?
Disney has very deep pockets, and they've been in fights like this before, and they've had the endurance to last. I was talking with someone who has clashed horns with Disney in the past, and she said they are a very powerful adversary. They're a good friend to have on your side, but they're willing to wait out Ron DeSantis. So I think that's going to be a tough fight for Ron DeSantis, I think.
It's going to be really interesting. And any sort of reaction from the rest of the states, or is this very much seen as a real Florida issue, a real Florida tussle?
Well, I think Ron DeSantis is trying to make this into a national issue. He's making this a centerpiece of his next campaign, that he is willing to take on vested interests, vested corporate interests, even when it comes at an economic price. So I think when we see him, if we see him announce his campaign soon, I think this will continue to be a centerpiece of that he has the backbone to stand up to even a company as powerful as Disney and see it through to the end. So I don't think we've heard the end of this on either side.
Anthony, thank you so much. Really interesting stuff. Thanks. And
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, Ron DeSantis is fucking so cooked. He is so cooked. He took on a corporate battle that is way, way too big to swallow, okay? And not only that, but also he's doing it for the dumbest reasons. I just, like, it's so bad. It's so fucking stupid for him. Awesome. I love that. Let's hear from another monster, by the way. Trigger warning, Rick Scott. Here's Senator Rick Scott urging resolution in the...
Damn, this guy's good.